thank you all so much for being here today. This has been a long time coming. If you don't know me, my name is Alexis Pugh. I'm the director here at Memphis Animal Services. And one of the first things that happened when I started here in 2016 was I walked into what was one giant mud pit. That's what it was. We literally had our very own private mud pit. There were not divided runs. It was just grass mixed with mud. We're on a landfill, by the way. You can see the sloping. So we did the best we could. We had some funding where we were able to subdivide the yards. But as our team who is running all these amazing play groups right now can tell you, it never was a really great experience because every dog would come in covered in mud. Adopters weren't real keen on going and getting in the middle of the mud to meet a new pet. It just was never a situation that we felt was putting our best foot forward for the pets here. So when the opportunity presented itself about a year and a half ago for us to get our play yards redone, I was on a call and there was a conversation happening about the returfing of the Liberty Bowl. And a light bulb went off in my brain. And I said, well, what are they going to do with that Division I level turf? And I know that turf is not cheap. Turf is not cheap. And this is the good stuff, guys. You have to have the good stuff to have Division I football played on it. So I reached out to our friends in parks at the Liberty Bowl and said, what are you guys doing with it? And they were like, meh. And guess what? Meh turned into probably $100,000 worth of turf being repurposed. And so I think it's so important. That's your city at work, working collaboratively to find solutions that benefit multiple departments, that reduce waste in our community, and then end up providing a finished product like this, which I think we can all agree is pretty dang spectacular. So, why have we asked all of you donors and volunteers here today? Because aside from the turf being free, this project would not have been possible if it were not for the donations that we have received over the past 5 years from animal lovers like you in our community. I asked that we pulled our new transport van around because that was paid for by donors in our community this year, so we can do transports of animals to other parts of the country. There are so many things that we can do above and beyond the standard shelter and care when donors and volunteers get involved in that effort. And the last thing I'll say about this before we get to the good stuff of the ribbon cutting and celebrate with our partners, how cool, by the way, well, I'll get to that in a second. I'm really excited that they're here. But the last thing I'll say about this is there's sort of the Bible for animal sheltering, okay? It's called the Association of Shelter Veterinarians. And they just came out with a new manual. And let me tell you what the number one thing in this manual is. Giving a dog a kennel and food and water isn't enough. You have to. It's not optional. Enrichment, playtime, playing with dogs of their similar, of their species, having social interactions like you're seeing happen right now is as important as giving them quality food and quality medical care. It's as important. And today, because of these play yards and because of your support, we're now going to be able to do that to a level we've never been able to do it before. We are going to be able to better provide quality of care for the animals while they are here, hopefully making them happier, making them less stressed, so they get adopted more quickly, and we can help even more animals. So this has bigger impact than even you know. It is beyond just meet and greets for adopters. It is literally providing quality of life for the animals while they spend time here at Memphis Animal Services. Last thing, and then we're cutting this ribbon, y'all. I don't know if you guys know this, but this is not just a random matchup of, oh, we got turf, so we should invite the football team. No. Coach Silverfield, since he has been, when you were an offensive coordinator, it was before you were even head coach, partnered up with us to do a Tiger Takeover adoption every year where he brought his O-line out to help get pets adopted. Why? Because Coach Silverfield cares about rescuing animals. In fact, he's adopted a dog from us. An awesome dog, by the way. Both of his dogs adopted. If you guys saw when you guys were in the, when you were in Dallas for the Cotton Bowl, your dog was not doing great. put him on the team jet and flew him to Dallas with him because he wasn't leaving him behind. This is the kind of guy that we need in our community, advocating for rescue and being a partner. And so the fact that we were able to get the turf from the Liberty Bowl, where the Memphis Tigers, coached by Coach Silverfield, who is one of our partners and advocates, it's just a full circle happy story. And so you guys grab him before he leaves. Thank him for being an advocate for what we do and a partner. Thank you to the cheerleaders, to the players. Thank you all for being here to celebrate this with us. And without further ado, let's cut this dang ribbon and get these play yards open.
We're gonna count it down, or?
All right, are we gonna do on the count of 3? All right, 1, 2, 3. And our play yards are officially open. Thank you guys so much. I told you they're sharp.